agreeing to be a judge and also give us a lecture demonstration today. We are indeed honored to have her here. She's the author of several books. This is a few books that is available for sale outside for people who are interested. You can pick it up, and she doesn't have too many books. She has 4 or 5 copies of books, so she'll talk more about it. Thank you again for agreeing to participate in our voice culture. The junior members, a big hand to yourself. So in terms of, so less of my voice, more of her voice. Thank you.
Jaya Jaya Vijaya Vinayakam Bhaja Jaya Varavallabha Prananadam Jaya Jaya Vijaya Vinayakam Bhaja Jaya Varavallabha Prananadam Jaya Jaya Vijaya Vinayakam Bhaja. Namaskaram friends, very happy to meet you all. I'm really looking forward to and I'm very glad to share my knowledge with you. And thanks to CMANA for making that happen. Thank you very much. My first topic today will be Anya Swara in a Bhasyanga Raga. Before we move on to the topic, I would like you to be familiar with a few musical terms, right? And one more request, if I'm fast, please let me know. Because when I start talking, sometimes it goes very, out of control and I do it very fast. Please caution me if I'm fast and if you don't follow. Can you all hear me? Yeah, thank you. Now the first, I think all of you would have heard of 72 Mela Karta, Mela, right? So let's do one by one. Because to understand Anya Swara, you have to know some basic terms, right? Now, Mela or Mela Karta means parent raga, right? Most of you must be knowing. Anyway. So, Mela Karta, to be called as Mela, it should follow certain rules. The first one is, you should have all the 7 notes. Sari Gama Padani, which is called Sampurnam. The second one is, it should be Ashtakam. You should have the Taras time. Now, Nada Tanumanisham Shankaram. All of you know this. This is the Tyagaraja Kirtane. Its Ragam is called Chittaranjani, Jani of 22nd Mela, Karahara Priya. It has all the 7 notes. Sari Gama Padani. Nida Magari Sa. It also has 7 notes, but for a Mela it should have Sari Gama Padani Sa. It should have the Taras time. And the third rule is it should have all the notes in order. After Sa it should be Re, after Re Ga. So Sarigama Padanisa should be in order. Same way, while coming also, Sanida Padanisa should be in order. And the next rule is it should have all the same varieties of notes. Up and down, in the Arohanam and Avahanam. You know what is Arohanam? Arohanam is the term given to a scale. Scale meaning Raga has what varieties of notes depending on the notes which are present in ascent order is called Arohanam. The notes present in the descending order is called Avarohanam. Now what? First is Mela, we have finished. Next one is Janya Raga. Janya means to be born. Okay? Now can you all guess the Raga? Sa Re Ma Pa Da Sa Sa Da Pa Ma Ga Re Sa. What ragam is that? Malahari. Yes. Malahari is supposed to be the Janya of 15th Mela Karta Maya Manavgaula. Janya Raga you have many varieties in them. You have raga classifications under that. There we will reach up to Anyaswara. So Malahari is a derivative. It is born from Maya Malagola, meaning it has all the same notes as that of its parent, right? Now in Janya Raga there are a lot of classifications. I quickly go through. That's why I've taken an example. First I sang Maya Malagola. Malahari is a term is called Varjam. Varjam means omission. Like for Malahari you don't have Sa, Re, Ma, Pa, Da, doesn't have Ga and Gandharam and Nishadam in the Arohanam. Sa, Da, Pa, Ma, Ga, Re, Sa, it doesn't have Nishadam, Davarohanam. So Varjam, there are ragas which omit certain notes in Arohanam and Davarohanam or in both. Okay, next one is called Vakram. Sa, Pa, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni, Sa, Sa, Ni, Da, Pa, Ma, Re, Ga, Ma, Re, Sa. What ragam is it? Saranga. Okay? Now that's Sa, Pa, Ma, Pa. It's not an order. That's called Vakram. Vakram means zigzag. That's one classification. And next, now coming back to Malahari. Malahari is called Upanga Ragam. Upanga. Upanga means ragam which takes only the notes of that of its parent. Malahari has the notes of only Maya Manogoda. Now Saranga for that matter is a Bhasyanga ragam. That's what is my topic. Okay, Bhasyanga means it takes the notes of its parent and also another note which does not belong to its parent. That is called the Anyaswara. Okay? Now in Saranga, what is the Anyaswaram? Saranga is genu of which ragam? 65th Melakarta Mecha Kalyani. Sa, Pa, Ma, Pa. There is also a prayagam. Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni, Sa, Sa, Da, Pa, Ma, Re, Ga, Ma, Re, Sa. So Riga Ma 1, that is Suddha Madhyamam is the Anyaswara. Now you all know what Anyaswara is now? I had to talk all this. Now opposite of Anyaswaram is called Swakiya Swara. The Swara which belongs to its parent is called Swakiya Swara. Now Subrama Dikshat, my analysis, my PhD paper is on Telugu. Primary source was Sampradaya Pradarshani of Subrama Dikshat, which was published in 1904. He was the first one who talks about, he doesn't use the word Anyaswaram, but he talks on Bhasyanga Raga. That's where we get to know first the meaning of Anyaswaram. Though he doesn't mention the name Anyaswara, he doesn't give any definition. And Anyaswaram cannot be introduced to musicians' will. It has to occur in specific phrases. There is a rule, it's a long tradition. It's not a late concept. It has been there since music world. When Mukhari was available, Kamudi, the Anyaswara concept has been there for a long time. The synonyms used for Anyaswara are visiting note, foreign note. Now when you say Anya means foreign, Anya Desam, foreign country. Anya means foreign, Swara is note you all know. So Anyaswara means foreign note. Visiting note, accidentals, and we see this concept of Anyaswara in other systems of music also, Western music, etc. And there are a lot of, classifications again. If you have one note, Saranga is the Eka Anyaswara Bhasyanga Raga. It has only one Anyaswara. And there are two Anyaswaras for certain Raga Ratana. And then there are also three Anyaswaras for certain Ragas. So they are classified as Eka Anyaswara Bhasyanga Raga, Dvi Anyaswara Bhasyanga Raga, Traya Anyaswara Bhasyanga Raga. So the Ragas where the Anyaswara occurs is called a Bhasyanga. Are you clear about this? Okay. Now let's take some examples and also there are rules for occurrence of Anyaswara. Like it will occur only in certain phrases. Also, there are a lot of examples I can go on. I have taken a few of them to demonstrate. So Anya Swara, suppose you take the Saranga. Sa ni ra pa ma re ga ma re sa. It occurs only in the phrase re ga ma re sa. And there are rules in certain ragas. In certain ragas it occurs only in the Madhyasthai. Certain ragas it occurs only in the Tarasthai. And you see, the observation is very interesting. If you analyze, when you listen to raga, next time please, give a ear to this. Where does the Anya Swara occur? Why it occurs? Always when Guru says, when you want to have a topic analyzed or when you are talking on a topic, just go through the interrogations. Why, what, how, where, when. You will get all the answers. Okay? That's one point my sir always says. Now let's take a couple of examples. Begada. Okay? So coming to the Lakshana of this Anya Swara is a very important Lakshana for a raga. It's used, you can identify a raga and it gives a color change for the raga. As soon as it's sung, you feel the difference. Because that note does not belong to its parent. If you take Begada, and you see the Raga Lakshana, and I have a question for you. Do you know any of the ragas which have changed? Or if you feel, Mudalla Dila. Before that, I'll be talking in English. In between, if there are some Tamil words wherever required, is it okay for you all? I think all of you can understand Tamil. Have you heard of any raga? Raga has changed, raga has evolved. Any raga? Can you?
Saveri.
Saveri, how?
The Nishadam was sung differently before, and now it's sung in a different way.
Okay. Since you asked Saveri actually, I belong to a generation where I've gone through curriculum and institution. So I know what is both. Okay? Saveri, it has been the journey of 15. Okay? So what sometimes, they say, Tarachi Pada. Saveri Pere Saveri. It's put on the word. Re is Ekashruti Rishabam. It is very close to Sa. Sa Re is Shuddha Rishabam. Sa Re. Okay, for Gaulai and for Saveri it is Ekashruti Rishabam. Same way, the Nishadam is, since it's Jagya of Maya Manogola, Sa Ni Ra Pa. But in certain phrases, actually, whatever note you take, it always, the occurrence of a note, the way you sing or play, depends on the phrase, tempo of a phrase, frequency of that note, where it occurs, whether the travel of notes, give an important, suppose, if you Saveri Varnathle Varthu, Sankada Harini Ha Padanida. Ni somewhere there. So even Sri Rajagopala is the only kriti which is sung Tarachanishata. Okay, that is a separate category. Okay, you can't spot the Anya Swaram there. So Sahana and there are many ragas which have been Upanga and they have converted into Bhasyanga. Okay, there are many ragas which are Bhasyanga, vice versa. Okay, it's too. I don't want to be too technical. Since you asked, I just had to mention this. We will just take only the wherever the Anya Swara, the different variety of note is there, how the other variety also occurs and makes it Bhasyanga. If you take Begada for that matter, I have taken two examples. Begada, I have been requested Begada and Ananda Begada. Somebody tell me if I'm first lecture. Now for Begada, Sagari Gama Vadapa Sa Sani Dapa Gari Sa. Now for all ragas, every note is important. First you should get to know before learn many compositions in different talas. Okay, that's one thing. And also for every raga, know the raga lakshana, basic, what all the swarams it has. and which it is Jenny of which Melam. It is for knowing the Swara sthanams, but you should observe and know how it should be sung. And the same note, how it is sung in different phrases. Saga, saga, re, ga, ma. Only the sound. Okay? Shruti value differs from the phrase we sing. Ma, ga, pa, it travels so much. Pa, ga, pa, sa. Okay? Sa, ni, da, ba, ma, ga, ri, sa. No. It is given as a Janya of 29th Mela in Sampradaya Pradashini. In all the other texts also it has been given like that. Now we see one small hint, you won't refer Sampradaya Pradashini's kritis are, however it was in the notation in Sampradaya Pradashini, it has all been documented by Music Academy. Okay? You can go to, there is a kriti called Mata Shiva, totally different. You might not have heard about it. They rendered it before. See, it has been, unless we have an audio recording, we wouldn't know how it sounded. Okay, that is why audio is very important. However you write in the book and all that stuff, unless somebody sings and shows it to you, you wouldn't know first the sound, how it occurs. Okay? Why this Nishadam Begada. Now Begada, like every Swara, you have to learn to sing how it should be. How you get that personality. For that, Anya Swara Prayogas gives, it enriches the personality of the Raga in a phrase wherever it occurs. So, Raga, Re, Gama, Begada, Madhya, Muktaniya, we'll show you. So, that's Anya Swara, that's also Kiya Swara. But you understand when you hear that sound, oh, Begada. Okay? So, though before it had the influence of Shankarabharam because it was a genuine. Even now, you can. If you don't hear Begada and listen to the only, sometimes you know, oh, it's Shankara you're likely to be confused. So when we talk about Nishadam in Begada, Sani da Bama, complementary, cycle of 4. Both occurs. First, it was the Janya of 29th Milakatta, Shankaravarna. That means it had Kakali Nishadam. Three Periya Nishadam, and how it changed as it music gets evolved. You see the concept of Anyaswara happens like performers or whatever. The performance comes first, then the Lakshanakaras they document that. So whatever has been there, that has been recorded. So first lot of Kakali Nishadam was sung, and slowly this Kaisik Nishadam enters. It was given as the Anyaswara before. What I mean to say is, it was the Janya of 29, it had the Anyaswara of Kaisik Nishadam. It just got reversed. Kaisik Nishadam occurs more. Sani da pa, both Nishadas occur. And also it's interesting to note, which compositions it occurs, where it occurs in a composition, whether it occurs in all the compositions, which part of Manodharmam it occurs. Okay? These are all analytical points to note. Pallava pada mrituda grasya sani rava sa. Which Nishadam is it? Sani rava. Yes, right. Kakali Nishadam. Sani rava. Both Nishadas occur in this phrase. First, you have to identify the phrase. Suppose you sing this. Shankari nive Sani Rava. It occurs in the lower octave also and in the middle octave. Okay? Shankari nive. Okay? Now, Sani Rava Sa, Sani Rava Ni, Sani Rava Ka. It occurs when you sing in Kalpana Swaram also you can sing. You have to understand it occurs more, but Sankata సంకటముదీర్చి బ్రోచుట ఇంకెవ్వరు నాను సంకటముదీర్చి బ్రోచుట ఇంకెవ్వరు నానిల్లలో. It occurs in Padanidapa, Gavadanidapa. I see the Nishadam occurs in this phrase very prominently. Now you cannot sing without Begana, without Kaisini Nishadam. You can avoid probably Kakali Nishadam, but it occurs in both. Sanidapa phrase, the Anya Swara, Kakali Nishadam and Kaisini Nishadam occurs, but Gamavadani-dapa, Padani-dapa, definitely Kaisini Nishadam occurs. So the Anya Swara has become the, it has got reversed. Now, I think my work serves as the best Raga Lakshana text, present Raga Lakshana text for this point, Anya Swara. So I have put it under 28. Now 28 is Harikamuji, the Anya Swaram is Kakali Nishadam, Swakya Swaram is Kaisini Nishadam. It depends why it is the more Kaisini Nishadam occurs way more than the Kakali Nishadam. Okay? Now this is about Begana. And also how it occurs. And so suppose some Anya Swaras occur as a single note, Hrasva Swara. And some occurs as notes, some occur, it should, the main rule for Anya Swara, it should occur less number of times. It should be just a visiting note. It should not keep on occurring often. Here I would like to mention one point, Bhairavi. For Bhairavi is Anya Swara Daivatam, is the Anya Swaram now. But what has happened to the stage of Bhairavi now? We have to sing when you go up, it is Chatushriti Daivatam, and when he is coming down, it is Shuddha Daivatam. So it has become an 8 Swara Raga. We cannot accept it. It is supposed to be, under 20th Melan at Bhairavi. It should have, Bhairavi is an exception altogether. So, but in other cases, it is not like Bhairavi, in other ragas. They occur only in specific phrases. Now let's take Ananda Bhairavi. Ananda Bhairavi, Sampradaya Pradarshini, Subrahma Dictionary says it's an Upanga Raga. He says it's an Upanga Raga, but he records Panchashruti Daivatam, Chatushruti Daivatam. He gives it under 20th Milakarta, which is means to have it had Shuddha Daivatam. He mentions a word called Panchashruti Daivatam, which is Chatushruti Daivatam. So now what has happened? How many Anya Swaras in Ananda Bhairavi? Sansagariga ma padava sa sa ni da ba gari sa. Okay? 3 Anya Swaras. Traya Anya Swara Bhasyanga Ragam. It is a janya of, now it is considered a janya, I have given it under 22. So the occurrence of Chatushruti Daivatam is very prominent. Sa ni da pa. So Chatushruti Daivatam occurs in the Arohana Krama. Definitely it occurs. Shuddha Daivatam is the Anya Swara. And one more very important point when I am talking about this, I'll let you know. And then Gandhara, Antara Gandhara is one more. Shuddha Daivatam, Antara Gandhara and Kakali Nishadam. Okay? I'll sing this for you so you will understand it better. Pa da pa ma ga pa ma ga ma ga ri ga ma pa ga ma da pa ma ga ri sa ga ma pa ma ga ma ga ri ga ri ni sa ni ga ri ni sa sa ga ga ma ma pa ma ga ga ma pa sa ni da da pa ma ga ri ga ma ma ri re re. Okay, this is the Chitteswaram of Mariveragati Ananda Bharvi Shama Shastri. This is the best example to talk about this Anyaswaram, where you have pa ma ga ga ma sa ga ri ga pa ma ga antaragataram is the Anyaswaram. Da ba da ma pa ga ri re sa ni da. So Shuddha Daivatam, Chatushuddha Daivatam. Then for Charanagada Rakshakiri Vayani. There the Kakali Nishad Sani Sa is employed. Okay, now we have the three Anyaswarams, Kakali Nishadam, Antaragantaram and Shuddha Daivatam. Three Anyaswaras, Traya Anyaswara, Bhasyanga Ragam, which are not present in its Mela. Now I put it under 22. Okay, the present Raga Lakshanam from 20 it has come to 22 because of the occurrence of notes. Okay, now among the three, you can get away with, like for example, Kambodhi. Sani ba da sa. Kakali Nishadam occurs in the phrase Sani ba da sa. For example, in Atana, Antaragandhara occurs as the Anyaswaram. That occurs only in the Tatasthai. You need not sing this phrase, but still, Atana, you will be able to hear Atana. Without some phrases, you need not sing. But since it occurs, at least some that's why the Kirtanas are very example. Kirtanas, some Kirtanas they don't have. How you use it. For Kamas, we say, Sitapate, you don't have the Anyaswaram Kamas Raga. That is sung. Like there are many examples, many ragas. Anyway, coming to this, Ananda Bhairavi, the occurrence of, you can get away with, you can either sing or not sing in a Manodharma section, but the order of occurrence, the importance of the occurrence of these Anyaswara among the three, you cannot get away without it for Ananda Bhairavi. Pa ma ga ga ma padave manta. Pa ma ga ri sa. You have other phrases, you hear it as Ananda Bhairavi. So there are, in Anyaswara, whether it is Eka Anyaswara or Dvi Anyaswara, the order of importance, whether it occurs, but generally, like for in the Ragam Yadukula Kamboji, Swarajati, 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 it occurs only in the lowers. So, I'm just quoting few examples, for Mantrasthai, Yadukula Kamboji, Madhyasthai, Saranda. It occurs only in the middle octave. So these are, very nice, interesting points. For what I sang, Atana, that occurs only in that phrase occurs only in the Tarasthai. So a lot of interesting information, and it's very interesting to note, and the priority. Whether you get, but at least, finally to conclude, at least once the Anyaswaram occurs. At least once, just to show. Kambodhi, you can't sing without Sanipatasa, but you don't keep on repeating the phrase. When you go to that area, wherever Shumabdi Urvati or Kadi Kodi Kuttaka, you feel that change. That's it, okay? That's it. I think that's what I can to conclude. So I think all of you enjoyed the Anyaswara concept. It's very interesting. Many ragas, which has been like Subram Dikshidhar mentions Mohanam, Sriranjini, Madhyamavati as Bhasyanga, but there is no, he doesn't give any explanation for that. we don't know why he said that word Bhasyanga. Some ragas have turned to like you have Vrindavan Saranga, the Sari Mapanisa, Sani Pama, Sari Mapanisa, Sani Pamaresa. That is what we sing today. But in Sampradaya Vardashini, it's just Madhima Madhya, Riga Sa, that's it. Only that Riga Sa is Prayogan is there. That was considered Bhasyanga. Now the concept of Bhasyanga, after this Arohanam concept itself is a later one. We didn't have any prescribed. They used to call it Murchana, that's all. Just to let you know the Swaras present in it. Now because of later evolution, now the Arohanam has got fixed. So we are following that and we keep singing accordingly. Okay? Thank you so much.
Can you ask any questions?
I think we'll take the question and answer sessions later.